An industry built on the promise of sunlight is too often operating in darkness, with consumer advocates saying there are many customers who've been deceived or pressured into agreeing to something they don't fully understand. When a persuasive solar salesman approached Whit Cook, what he said lined up almost exactly with what Whit wanted.
The salesperson made a couple of promises to me that he didn't keep.
Among those promises, that he'd get a certain amount refunded in taxes.
It was false.
And that if the grid ever went down while others were stuck in darkness, his family would have power. But when installers arrived,
that's when they said, oh, whoops, our system doesn't do that.
His experience is far from unique.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I've heard of others that have gone through the same experiences.
The Utah Division of Consumer Protection says they get complaint after complaint specifically about solar.
Definitely more than their fair share.
Why? I asked that question to the CEO of the Solar Energy Industry Association.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think it is? I don't know why, but what I do know is that we are doing a number of things to try to address it.
It may come down to money. The solar industry in Utah is worth billions. There's significant government money and grants attached as well, and for some, that sets the sharks circling.
Which means that there's a lot of sales companies and installation companies that want to take advantage of those rebates for people to drive up sales.
In an industry growing fast with a big payday depending on convincing someone it's a good idea, it can lead to some being willing to bend the truth for a quick buck.
It attracts a certain type of personality.
Any kind of industry that grows rapidly, it's important sort of for the process to catch up. And I think we're in that place right now.
And less ethical parts of the industry take aim in Utah at those seen as more vulnerable.
Yes, they have targeted both minority populations and the elderly populations.
Some push systems on those who don't speak English well or those who aren't good with technology. The state has seen people who've paid and have been left without any working system. Officials warn of salespeople pressuring you in minutes to digitally sign an agreement worth tens of thousands of dollars while a salesperson is speed scrolling through a contract.
My favorite is when they're like, and this paragraph just says this, and this paragraph just says this, and this paragraph just says this. And I've literally stopped them and gone, that's not what that paragraph says.
But action to help consumers may be coming soon. Consumer Protection says it has shared the problem with the legislature and is expecting action during this interim session. As for Whit, he says the company he bought from in some ways tried to make it right, but when it comes to what these unfulfilled promises cost him,
an additional $22,000 on top of what I've already paid,
he believes there needs to be some kind of accountability.
I think that solar companies need to look at these high dollar sales values and realize that their people need to have more training than you would say girls going around selling Girl Scout cookies.
For those who are out significant money due to bad action from a solar company, Consumer Protection says along with making a complaint there, they do strongly encourage people to file their own lawsuit. Jake Taylor, KUTV 2 News.